Hello YouTube, Tim Carrico here. Just going to do a little video on the 2018 Polaris General. Added some accessories. We'll show you. For a lot of the details you can go to Long Slides videos, which is now like TW Customs with a K. But I will show you what I've done and how I did it, which mirrors a lot of what he did. I just added on a little bit. So here we go. First I'll show you some of the accessories I've added. Added the 30-inch light bar. The turn signals. I added up underneath the roof there. I've got some green lights that I added in front of the grill. It's also in the vents on the sides there. In there, added the GoPro camera mount, added the flag, of course the roof, the front glass windshield, the back glass windshield, and now you can see it. Added the GrizzTech battery protector, added the front radiator guard from GrizzTech, added the front wheel well protectors, mud guards, mud flaps, whatever you want to call them. Added the seismic mirrors. On the inside I added a little Denali bag there to hold the first aid kit. There's some switches I added. Added some floor mats. It's like 1/2 inch rubber. It came in like a 6 foot by, I don't know, 30-inch wide piece of rubber. In the back I added got backup lights and turn signals, emergency flashers. Receiver kit. And I'll show you there's my right turn signal in the front. In the rear. And a bright. There's the left turn signal. Oh God, that hurts. Left turn signals in the rear. There's the light bar. Yeah, that's real bright. On the switches, it's pretty easy to cut them out. I drilled a hole in each corner, like a 3/16 hole or 1/8 inch hole, and then I use the X-Acto knife or a utility knife to, score along the lines, cut them out. Got one more to add. That'll be the emergency lights. I have to add 2 relays, and then I'll tie that into my terminal strips for the left and right turn signals, which I'll show you that here in a second. And there's my switch for the left and right turn signal. Okay, you can see there's all my wires coming through the firewall. What I did was I run a wire all the way from the 30 amp circuit breaker I installed next to the battery underneath the driver's seat and brought it over to I think it's like an 80 amp relay, and then that feeds fuse box. All this is controlled from the accessory switch, and the only thing I'm running off of it really is the relays. You got 1 there, 2 there, and 3 over there. I will add 2 more for the emergency lights. Power going into the fuse box, coming out. I've got one for the horn and the others for the light bar here. And there's the horn I installed. I've got terminal strips. It's really pretty nice. They have these little plastic covers on them. They're really hard to get off, but I like this a lot better than like wire nuts or anything like that. I've got my left turn signals, my right turn signals. This is all my grounds. This is the sinks for the Phoenix Fusion lights, which are my turn signals and backup lights. And then this is my backup lights. And my left-right turn signal and backup lights relays are over there. When I installed these Phoenix Cobra turn signals up here, originally I wanted to mount my light bar up underneath there, but it was too hard to manufacture a bracket for it. And it turned out pretty good the way it is. I used the brackets came with a light, and I put some RTV silicone up underneath in between the roof and the bracket, so that's sealed. I also used some around the wire and the hole I drove that goes through into the inside underneath the roof. But then I figured I'd mount my turn signals up high here because I do have a plow for this, and I didn't want my turn signals or emergency lights to be blocked by the plow. So the problem with that is if you mount them to this piece above the windshield here, it's at an angle and the lights would be shining up underneath here. So I manufactured a little piece of aluminum angle and just mounted the lights to that, and then mounted that to the piece up above the windshield. And I used RTV silicone behind this and behind the bracket and around the wires coming through to seal that all off. I also used the RTV silicone on all the lights that I've installed. The Phoenix Fusions and the Phoenix Cobra back here too. See a little bit of it sticking out there. These are self-tapping screws going into plastic, and I was afraid that wouldn't hold too good. So that RTV silicone is really good stuff. So that's what I did there. I just wanted to show you the circuit breaker that I installed up under here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a 50 amp or 30 amp. I can't see it from here. But anyway, that's just so that I'm not pulling any amperages through the Polaris accessory system. And there's your starter solenoid and your battery and your fuse box. That's Polaris's. And you can see how much mud is down there, and that's all accumulated before I put GrizzTech's mud flaps on. Looks like I got a lot of cleanup to do. Wish I had put those on before I took it out, but one other thing I did was I just run this cable back to the old USB charger. There, it's for my GPS. Plugs into the power outlet there. It's in the mount to the windshield. It's just a the vacuum suction cup mount for the Garmin GPS, which is nice to have if you're out in a strange area. At least you'll be able to get back to where you started from. To the tires, I added this tire sealant made by Ride-On. It's a self-leveling sealer, and it's auto balancing for your tires. They just self-balance the tires, so you don't have to add any weights or anything to them for high speed. Not that I go that fast anyway, but it's nice if you're out on the trail and you get a puncture, stick a branch or something through one of your tires, it'll seal so you're not stuck out there in the middle of the night. Just a side note about this Ride-On tire sealant. I don't recommend using this or the slime or anything in your tires if you have tire pressure monitors, because that'll just gum up the monitor and you'll be wasting. One other thing I did was when I got these GrizzTech mud guards from Randy, from Kodiak, Alaska. I added a little bit more foam in there, just to keep, more of the mud and dirt out and everything. That's all for now. I'm Tim Carrico. Please like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, post them in the comments below.